Module 2, Creating a Sway Presentation. In this module, you will learn how to import different types of media into your Sway presentation. To demonstrate this process, I will add media to my original presentation of adaptations on the Galapagos Islands. I'm going to start by changing some of the media I've already inserted. So far, I have some images with text on cards. I inserted a YouTube video here that shows natural selection, and I made a comparison of two images of tortoises. Let's say I want to highlight the importance of one of my cards I've already inserted, and I'm going to do that to the image of Darwin with the quote here about natural selection. I can make several changes to this card that will bring more attention to the information I have presented here. I can also stress certain parts of the image or text by emphasizing it. The Sway word for bold is emphasize. In order to highlight text or to bold the text, I'm going to click on the card so that it is selected. You know the card is selected if the plus is showing here or the little checkbox in the lower right corner of the card. Say I decided that this statement about the animals adapting to their environment to survive is important. So I would highlight that section of text and I would click on the emphasize key. Now I can see that those words are bold. But let's say it's the image that I want to bring attention to on this card, the picture of Darwin with the quote about natural selection. There are two ways I can do this. Over here on the top right corner of the card, I can decide, do I want it to have a subtle effect with the small icon, a moderate effect, or an intense effect? If I want to bring attention to it, I can select intense. Over to the right in the preview window, you can see that now my image is larger than it once was. I can also tell Sway to change the stress of an image by choosing focus points on the image. I do that by coming to the card and clicking on the focus points button at the top right. So I'm going to click on focus points and it's going to bring my image that I have attached to the card. I can tell it to do one of two things. I could tell it that the entire image is important by checking this box, or I can change the focus points of this image. For instance, if I decide the quote is the most important part of this image, I can put focus points all along the quote, and then when I go to my preview, it's going to show that the image is displayed mostly with stress being put on the quote because of those focus points that I had set. Let's go back now to the original presentation and add some different types of media to my Sway. If I want to see the original card view, I would click on Cards. But now I want to insert some media, so I'm going to go to the Insert tab. When I go to Insert, I will see this media search come up on the left. That helps me easily import media into my presentation. The next thing I'm going to cover are adaptations of the marine iguana. So in my search engine for my media, I'm going to type in marine iguana. And I get all these nice images. Let's say I want to add 4 images of marine iguanas into cards. I can easily pick 4 images that I like by clicking on them on the left-hand side. When I select it, it will have a green check mark in the upper right corner. So let's say I like all 4 of these pictures. I can then go to my green Add button, and when I click that, it has added all 4 of my image cards into my deck. Now, I don't really like where they are. I want to move them, so I can simply click the card and drag it below my group of tortoises in order to change the location of all of my cards. It drug all 4 cards because I had all 4 of them selected at the same time. Remember, when searching media in Sway, you want to keep this box checked. That allows your search to only give you images and media that are tagged with a Creative Commons license. By using this media, you shouldn't get in trouble for copyright infringement. Let's say you went to the Galapagos Islands and took a picture of your own you'd like to add to your Sway. Or you've saved something to a file that you would like to upload into your presentation. You can do that by coming to the Suggested tab. When I click on the Suggested tab, it gives me other options in which I can share media. I could get something from my OneDrive, I could go to a Bing search, or I could upload an image. I'm going to choose to upload my own image. I'm going to go to my desktop, and I'm going to pick my picture I took of my swimming iguana. As I select it, it automatically populates into my next card. Your list of options under Suggested may be longer than mine. Because my Office 365 account is through my school filters apply. So things that they don't allow you to access over the school Wi-Fi will probably not show up under your Suggested tab. However, Microsoft Sway does allow YouTube videos and Twitter feeds and other options to be imported into your Sway. Importing any kind of media is possible as long as it has an embed code that allows public access. Let me show you what I'm talking about. For my next card, I'm going to add an embed card. I do that by selecting the last box where it says Cards, going to my card options and clicking on Embed. This will give me a card that allows me to put an embed code within the card. The media must have an embed code that is in iframe format and allows public access. Let me show you what I'm talking about. There are 2 ways to add a YouTube video into your card deck. Generally, when you do a search for the marine iguanas, for instance, there will also be videos that show up here that are from YouTube. You can tell it's a video by a small film icon in the bottom right corner, like this one. Because my school filters don't allow YouTube to be shown, I do not get any YouTube videos in my search. But I still want to put a YouTube of the marine iguanas eating underwater into my cards. So this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to find a YouTube video that I want to use, such as this one. And I'm going down here and I'm going to try to put it in my card deck using the embed code. Notice that I see it's in iframe format. So I am going to copy that embed code. I'm going to go back to my presentation, and where it says tap here, I'm going to go here, and I'm going to put in the embed code. When I do that, I'm going to see if my YouTube video populated by clicking the preview button, flipping through my pictures, and then I can see right here that my marine iguana video came into my presentation by using the embed code. So what about GIFs? Those are really fun. So I'm going to create another card down here and insert a GIF. Again, if I want to use an embed code, I'm going to click on the 3 dots, and I'm going to go to the left and click on embed. Say I find a GIF. This was cute. It was a tortoise eating the pumpkin. So I can go right here below the GIF. I can cut and paste the embed code, and voila, I can already see over here to my right that my little GIF has populated into my presentation. So if I want to see my presentation just like the viewer would, I would click on play, and then I can see all of my images throughout my presentation. It's looking nice. I hope you will create a sway for your next presentation. Thanks for watching. This concludes Module 2, so don't forget to take the Module 2 quiz.